To dislike someone while acting like you get on along. I am looking for a verb. It can be a one-word verb or a phrasal verb to use for a person who dislikes someone but still acts like they get on mildly in order to avoid problems in a group of friends and colleagues. The idea is to be able to describe the relationships of the people in the group in as few words as possible. Example: John gets on really well with Daniel, but he dislikes though he acts like he mildly gets on with Daniel's son. Edit. Adhesive has made me realize that I should have clarified the type of behavior I have in mind when I say get on mildly. I envision getting on as people interacting with a higher or lower degree of enthusiasm. When I added mildly, I was hoping to convey the idea that John interacts with a civil level of interest but isn't enthusiastic about it. Say, he might start an interaction such as how's the new job or congratulations for the promotion. He might participate in activities alongside Daniel's son without outward signs of displeasure, might even show genuine pleasure that the boy won a marathon, although this could be more of a reaction to Daniel's joy and pride. But most interactions would not be started by John himself, and he would still think that Daniel deserved a better son.
John gets on really well with Daniel, but he only tolerates Daniel's son. Merriam-Webster 1b. To put up with, learn to tolerate one another. Don't like my boss, but I tolerate him.
Put up with conveys the idea you are referring to. To accept or continue to accept an unpleasant situation or experience, or someone who behaves unpleasantly. He's so moody, I don't know why she puts up with him. Cambridge Dictionary.
One of the two meanings that the verb to stomach has is endure or accept, an obnoxious thing or person. One possible way to apply it to your example would be something like this. John gets along really well with Daniel, but he can barely stomach his son.
Example: John gets on really well with Daniel, but he fakes it with Daniel's son. John gets on really well with Daniel, but he only plays along with Daniel's son. Many of the other answers have given you words to describe the negative feelings that John internally has for the son. At best, though, tolerate, put up with, endure, stomach imply a neutral observable behavior. But in the situation you have asked for, John is acting like he has a positive relationship with the son, that he gets on with him, albeit mildly. To emphasize the artificial performance of the positive interaction, I suggest the phrase fakes it. The context supplies the meaning of it. He fakes that he gets on well with the son. For a weaker but still apparently positive interaction, I suggest the phrase plays along with. This indicates that John's apparent getting on with the son is not as strong as his getting on with Daniel, but it is still better than neutral.
Going along to get along is the phrase I used to hear when someone was keeping things civil in a situation they disapproved of, but it may have fallen out of fashion these days. I haven't heard it used in a long time. Having finally read the exemplar properly, I'd say only tolerates is the best fit.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.